Welcome back to LIPINKI for episode 5 with me, MrSealyp. Okay, I'm in the fortress and we're heading back towards the farm. I have bought the, well, what used to be the Kotech bale fork, but it's the lizard one now, and I've leased a bale trailer. I haven't bought it. That one was, I think, 497 to lease, I think. Not too expensive. It's time to get those straw bales off the field. Now the larger field down the side, I've started the harvester off, and in my head I said it was soybean about 2 or 3 times. It's canola. It's because the greens, they're not much different. The soybean one is a little bit darker, but yeah, my mistake. Now what I could do, actually I'm just thinking, I've leased the bale trailer, but realistically, what probably would be easier, should have grabbed the weight really. If I disconnect that, I could just grab a couple of bales at a time and just take them up the hill. I'm only going to put them up there by the farm, but I think they're going to be a little bit too heavy for the fortress. So what I might need to do is go and grab a back weight. I couldn't bring the back weight and the trailer at the same time. I tried to hook it up, but I didn't like it too much. Let's raise it up a little bit. Oh, that's weird. That's not too bad though. I wonder if I put 2 down, whether I can get 2 on the fork. I might just, I'm just thinking it might be easier than loading the trailer up. Perfect, but that's why square bales are often easier. But until I can afford a square baler, this is going to have to do. Oh, we've got a little bit of tip there, haven't we? Actually, yeah, consider I'm coming just here. Probably does seem a little bit daft having the trailer. Never mind. I thought I'd just load the trailer up and, you know, it would look nice. There's probably not a lot of point then. Okay. So, a test. In cab, this never goes well, does it? Although it's quite a narrow fronted tractor and I can see the fork, so maybe it'll work, I don't know. I might just turn that. Yeah, I'm not sure they're even at the same height, are they? That looks better. You know what? It's not horrendous. Actually, the line Blimey. Would have thought. I suppose what I need to do really is get them up closer together. Otherwise, if I try and stack any on top of that, that's going to be horrendous, isn't it? And if it'll go that way, might. They don't dig into the ground. Not too high. Okay, well, that's 4, not many to go. Actually, to be fair, there aren't that many, are there? Oh, the harvester. That's a good point. I think I stopped it before it got to a full load, because I've still got the 2 tar-ups just over there. You can just about see them. They're still loaded because the digester at the BGA isn't ready for another load yet. So, unfortunately, they just have to wait. It's kind of amusing. Well, not amusing, but to think my very first video on Bjornholm, way back on 15, was stacking round bales in a barn down by the cow pasture, and I kind of stacked them and thought, well, that's quite neat, I've done a bad job there, I'll record that, and that's kind of how I did my first video. Oh, I knew that one would be a pain. That one's alright, but that one's not. Okay, let's push that one back into place if I can. Right, I think best bet then we stick this on the end, and I can worry about stacking more up on top if I can. I need to get them both level for that to work really well. Now the field next to me, to the left, the one that I fertilised, that's wheat, so potentially I could get more straw off that. But I'm just thinking for pig bedding, I'm probably going to just stick with the bales off this field to start off with. So when I harvest that one, I'm going to turn straw swath off. See, this is odd as well. I don't get this. Look. You've got the little bit there where I drove into the field with the fertiliser spreader and realised I've made a mistake. This, I don't get. Because I haven't driven over this field. And when it was like the little very low crops in their first growth stage, I didn't drive over this field. I always have crop destruction on, so I would never drive across my own fields. I don't understand how this has happened. It's very peculiar. Anyway, not to worry. Let's get on with these. I'll see you in a moment when I've got a few more stacked. We'll see how we look. Well, it's not the neatest stack you're ever going to see, but it's alright, they're all off the field. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 bales. Okay, that's not so bad. I did get all of them, didn't I? The bale trailer's gone back. Didn't need it. Now the problem I've got is this needs liming, and I haven't got enough money to pay for the lime. So I don't know whether to take a hit on that or whether or not I need to sell the crop on that field to get enough money to lime this. You know, it all becomes a little bit. Or do I just get the Culti-plough on it? Might do that actually. Just get the Culti-plough going. Go back over to the biogas plant. What I'll do is put the forks just down here next to the pile because, well, this is what we're going to need it for. Pop that there for the time being. Now, where did I leave it? I'm sure it's in here with the seeder, isn't it? Oh, hang on though. I don't think I've got enough horsepower on this, have I? No, I might switch tractors. That's a 4 metre Culti-plough. Like I say, that's one of the modded ones, isn't it? DC4. Oh no, is it? DC401. I don't think I've got enough horsepower. Nope. Never mind. Right, let's pop this away. I'll take the next load of silage over because I need the trailer to unload the harvester, so I can't really do a lot really. I suppose I could fertilise that field before I cultivate or do anything else I'm going to do with it. Might as well. Got this, so I'll get on with that next. That can be going while I take the next load of silage. That's what I'm going to do. Let's do one run this way. Please tell me it's not going to stop every single tree and signpost. Which means I'm going to have to go past every tree myself. I might as well just do it myself. You know what? Rather than hire a worker, I haven't really got the funds to hire a worker, have I? Let's do it myself. That's the one downside, actually. When I did the, the now infamous cotton harvest, those trees all around the edge are a pain, and like on these ones, you've got them dotted along pretty much the edge of all of them. I feel some tree removal coming on. I try not to, because I do that on most of my maps, just to go around carving up the scenery. But like I say, if I can get this one done, then Culti-ploughed, and then maybe worry about the lime after, I don't know. I'm trying to work out the best way of doing it really. Not quite sure what happened there. That would be A gross error in judgment. Now, I think this part of this I went over when I did the last field, didn't I? Yeah, you can see the darker patch already. So part of this has already been done. Okay. This is where the worker seems to be having a fit. That's weird. Why is it not? Oh well, carry on myself. Just thought I'd see if it would do it, but apparently not. Right, I will see. I really will see you in a minute this time. I have a harvester to unload. I swapped over vehicles, so on the back of the Fortrit now I've got the two tar-up trailers, and I took the Fent over to the field with the subsoiler. The subsoiler won't work on a worker, so I'm having to do that myself. I've done one strip round the outside of the main part. I was hoping to stick a worker on that, but it is not to be. So what I've got to do now is go right around the edge of the field, up to the harvester, unload into here. The bunker site, the digester, took both trailers, and I think I've got whatever a little bit left in this bunker silo, 7,000 litres, whatever it is. So we should be okay there. I'll take that in a little while. I think we've only got what 3,000 something litres in the harvester, and we've already done 4 strips. So the yield's not going to be great, but then it wouldn't be again. Nothing's been done on the field. It needs to be ploughed, limed, fertilised. It all needs doing. So I wasn't expecting miracles, but oh, can't you see? It is filling up. I can see on the actual bottom right hand side, but it's difficult to actually see in there. Right, let's jump up on the bonnet and have a look. There we go. It's going in, that's the main thing. And then we'll let the worker carry on the rest of this. This will all be sold, whatever I get off here. Hopefully for a fairly good price. I don't know what Canola's going for at the moment. Let's have a look, but it's something dreadful. And of course the price would be tanking, wouldn't it? What we got? 1296. It's not great, but it's over 1,000. So whatever I get, I mean, maybe I'll be looking at about 10 grand possibly for this field. Selling station 2, providing that doesn't start to go down as well. Okay. Right, I guess I'm back on subsoiling, I suppose. What joy! It all needs doing. So I'll do what I usually do, pick a point where I know the subsoiler is actually working. So I'm thinking middle of the left mudguard. If I keep that along the edge, I should... Whoops, wrong way. Yeah, shouldn't miss anything. I should be on course. Just lift that up. That's right up close to the tractor, isn't it? So same thing again. If I line the middle of that mudguard up, just about there. And if I just check behind just to make sure. Yep, goal. Golden. Farm dog's losing his mind. That's all we're seeing Cab see. He's not used to it. Doesn't know what to do with himself. Right, let's drop that down. And there we go. Looking in my rear view mirror to the left, looks nice and clear. Rear view mirror to the right, you can just about see the bit that I haven't quite done yet, so actually that's not too bad. I'll keep that on straight for a moment. Quick check behind. Perfect. Perfect. There goes the harvester. with the field 34 done, I'm going to take this to field 35 and start. So I'm going to do this the other way round. What I'm going to do is cultivate or subsoil and then I'll fertilise. Simply because it's not always, depending on what crop's been done, is easy to see when you do the fertilising. So while might as well make a start on this. There's not much left on the harvest. When the harvest is complete, then we'll take it and sell it and we'll see how much we've made. Hopefully in this episode we'll make a profit. Well, we won't make a profit because we actually spent money, but you know what I mean. Well, no, we should make a profit. What did we start on? 15 grand, didn't we? Yeah, we should do. Would be nice, wouldn't it? At least in one episode to make some money. And then I think it's going to be a bit of turning and burning. I think I have to just crack on and do a few local farmers contracts, try and get that money up again. I mean, to be fair, when you think about it, we bought a baler, that's new. We bought a second tar-up trailer, and that's it really. But midnight's when the money's going to come. The money that all the silage you put in the bunker silo, in the digester, we'll get the money for that. So anyway, this I'm going to, I'll chuck up and down a bit on here, and then you'll see me again probably in a minute when the harvester is complete. I think the harvest is probably going to need some maintenance, or at least the header will, and I think this subsoiler at some point is going to need some because this field's a bit bigger and it's going to take a bit longer. But realistically, the size of tractors I've got, even if I bought a plough, I'd only be looking at a 2.5, 3.5 metre plough for the horsepower. This is a 4 metre subsoiler, so I'm doing a wider width than I would be able to with a plough. So it just kind of makes sense to do it this way. They didn't hang about with the cotton field, did they? That's been turned and replanted already. Wow. So like I say, oh, I better come over and collect this. I want to get every bit I possibly can. I mean, technically this DC401, it's got the rear 3-point, it's got a 3-point link on it as well. This is one of the ones you can hook up to other bits of equipment. So, I mean, I could have waited till I was ready to seed, and I could have subsoiled all as part of the seeding process, so I could have subsoiled and planted and stuff all in one go. But I just thought, I'll do it this way. Take my time and chuck up and down the fields. Off camera, I'll put a bit of music on my Spotify and happily go up and down. Anyway, right, see in a minute when that harvest is done. Okay, last 777 litres off this field going into the second tar-up trailer. What I am going to do is take this straight over to the wheat field, and we'll get this going on the wheat field while we go and take the canola. Put pipe in. I'm seriously considering though ploughing out these gaps between. It'll mean having some trees in amongst. I could take the trees down as well, but I think it will add an interesting feature. But then realistically, how much will that gain me? I'm not going to gain a lot of land by ploughing these two together. It'll probably be easier just to keep them separate and have two lots of crop, you know. What I do need to check though is, let's open that up. Right, now that's swapped. Does this not do straw swaps anyway? No, I don't want a straw swap. That's weird, I'm not getting an option to disable. Maybe you can't disable it on this then. I thought you could on all harvesters. It's not giving me the option to disable straw swath, is it? Not that I can see. Lower header tunnel harvester pipe out toggle map size. I'm not missing anything, am I? Honk stop engine. Nope. Oh well, maybe I'll just have to cultivate it in, or I'll just have to bale it again. Move the bales. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't have too many bales. It's not going to hurt, is it? To have extra straw bales, but okay, let's get that off. That's working, so that can crack on. Straight through the dust. And this will now need to be sold. Where did it say second sell point? I will double check that. It should pull this okay. So we want for our selling station 2, which is just at the north of town. And I'll continue on with the subsoiling later. Once we're on the flat, we should pick up speed a bit. Steaming along at 21 miles per hour. You'd think these people would walk next to each other and have a chat. They obviously don't get on, you know. They all maintain a certain distance. How are we looking? Right to this side of the road, but I might swing out a little bit. And the sell point is... just here. I'm just going to double check the map. I'm at the right place, aren't I? Selling station 2. I am, right. Let's get the first one anyway. That's not the first one. That is... What's the money? Ramp up. What do we make? 12 grand. That's not bad. I'm not knocking that. I've got to turn around in here. Is that going over someone's field? Possibly not, so I might need to disconnect one. Can I get the other in? Maybe. Another 6. Oh yes, 32 grand. We've done alright. I'm happy with that. Not as happy about driving over someone's field, so I can avoid that. That was tight, but okay, we're in. Right, I'm going to go back over to the field then that's doing the wheat. We'll get the wheat off there. I'll carry on doing the subsoiling. And yeah, we'll see what other jobs come up. I'll have a look and see what's available in the old contracts list. If we get something interesting come up, we'll get on that. I might still do that baling one. I haven't really decided yet. It's a possibility. Where's the turn? I missed it. Alright, it's coming up. There we go. Okie dokie then. So, with that, we have made a bit of money. We have come to the end of this episode. Doesn't mean I can afford some fertiliser now. If you've enjoyed it, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.